Should the internet be human right?
Yes.
Everyone should be granted the internet.
Everyone should at least have access to internet. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if you're to grant everyone internet, I think you have to turn everyone into hotspots or something for that. But everyone should have at least the basic access to internet should be included in homes, just like water is. It's just, you have internet you're connected to. If you want faster internet or better internet, then you got to pay for it.
It's kind of silly how that we haven't. It hasn't jumped into the utility field yet. It will.
No, it did. It did for a little bit. It was in there for like 2 years, and then the dude who runs Verizon, who's also the lead dude on the FCC board, he took it out. He pushed forward a bill to remove it from the utility.
No. We need to ration this.
Yeah. He's like, oh no, we can't have it as a utility. No. We can still make money here. It's like, no, you fucker. It's a utility at this point. It's necessary for our society if you want to be successful in it.
Yeah, I wish I was inspired by the leading internet providing companies, but I don't know. The connotation they leave me is just with like, ugh. Like, I don't think I've been excited about a single one, but the internet is such a majestic thing. It's just being provided by assholes.
Dude.
Yeah.
We should become our own cable company, bro.
You want to meet an assassin personally? All right.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Google's doing it, man.
Yeah, Google has fuck tons of... That's the other part, too, is that there's such a monopoly on it that even getting access to the cable lines, you have to go through an ISP because they own the cable lines, too.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, build them all your own.
Just start digging trenches.
Dig your own trenches. Lay your own fiber optic cables. Do it. And then... But the problem is just plugging into the big cable. The big one. The big one across the ocean. That's the one.
Oh yeah, those underlying cables.
Yeah. That's getting access to that would be the kicker.
Yeah.
Wait, is there... What cable are you guys referencing?
There's giant cables connecting pretty much all the continents via internet.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like 10 foot wide or something like that. They're fucking huge.
And they go across the ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They go under the water. They're along the ocean floor.
That's how you communicate with people across the world on the internet, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's why, I think it was some country.
Wait,
I think it was
hold
actually
on, Vicktor.
some part of.
Hold on. I want to hear Joe explain to us how he thought it worked before he knew they were cables under the ocean. Joe?
All right, so the wonderful thing is I didn't really assume anything. Like, I'm not surprised.
The internet just worked, and you just accepted it.
But I had never Yeah, just like the internet works. Like I guess I assumed it was just transmitting through the air. But it's
yeah, I mean, sure, some probably is, but yeah.
By the same magic, Wi-Fi happens. It's the same magic. Some level fucking 7 arcane wizard is doing it, dude.
Yeah, there's a theory that and it's not even. I don't even think it's a theory. It's possible that we could just beam internet to Earth via satellite, via the way of HDTV. Because think about it, if you have an antenna, you can get TV fucking anywhere, right? If you have, say you're out in the middle of the Sahara and you have internet and you have an antenna, you could get TV. You could get a channel because it's being beamed from satellite. And the idea is you just do that with internet.
Well, you do it with Wi-Fi. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing. They're manipulating the magnetic field at a specific frequency, and then it vibrates your receiver, and then your computer decodes it. That's how your Wi-Fi works. That's how your radio works.
Yeah, I'm sorry, just bringing it back. That's how I think people would have access to internet everywhere. The easiest way to make it a utility is satellite beaming versus the underwater line cables that we have now.
Humans are crazy things, dude. They've done so many crazy things.
I know that Vicktor knows how the internet works. Do you know how the internet works, Joe?
I don't claim to know anything.
Well, if you could explain it to a child, what would you explain? Explain how the internet works to me.
How the internet works.
Yeah. How do I get on Facebook?
How do you get on Facebook? I mean, I guess any story I would tell would probably focus more on the applications of the internet and less of pretending that I knew how it happened. Like, I don't think I have a story to tell on how it happens. It's magic.
It's magic.
So I just threw up a map of all the internet cables that are laid underwater.
That's wild, yeah.
But the reason why, like, you're talking to me right now is because there's a series of cables that are connected from, my modem to your modem.
Right. And I guess what prevents, I know like Wi-Fi is relatively like new, but like when I'm on my phone, there isn't a wire connecting it. And so whatever magic produces that was the same assumption I was probably applying to how the internet works.
That's fair.
So from what I understand, it's the same thing. It's like your phone uses signals that are manipulations of the electromagnetic field that towers pick up, and then they give you the information you're asking for from the nearest server that has the pertinent information, and they send it to you.
And then so why not just replace all of those underwater wires with just towers every several miles, whatever the radius.
Those towers are connected to wires.
Yeah, but you just make towers across the ocean, and then like once you get to land, it's all wire again. Like why do you need the wires across the ocean? Is like
shifting seafloors.
Is what?
Shifting seafloors, rot, erosion from both the seafloor and from the metal or whatever you want to make the towers out of.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
That's why the cables.
But the cables have to be connected to the servers at some point in time. You see.
And so when it comes to the cables too, when it comes to repair, they can identify which section is broken or damaged or been bitten by sharks or whatever, then they go cut out that section, boom, patch in a new section of cable, easy and done. Yeah.
So like your phone only uses a satellite if you have a satellite phone.
Yeah.
What's a satellite phone? I mean, how do you know if your phone's a satellite phone?
You have to go buy one.
Yeah, a satellite phone is something you go like find, and it doesn't connect to towers. It connects via satellites.
And it's not your average iPhone?
Correct.
Gotcha.
It basically, a satellite phone will never lose service unless you're like 10 miles down in a cave with lead coverings.
And there happens to not be a satellite over it. It sounds like the magic produced by Wi-Fi is like, in my current ignorant understanding, it's still a viable replacement for wires. Just the ocean presents a unique challenge.
Kind of. That's where like Wi-Fi itself, in how Wi-Fi does the thing that it makes it Wi-Fi in manipulating signals, is very susceptible to like drywall. Even it's not really good for long-term signal transfer because many other signals and many other things get in its way very easily, even to the point of daylight gets in the way of Wi-Fi. I don't know if you've ever tested it, but usually Wi-Fi will be better at night because you don't have the sun's rays.
So if you're using Wi-Fi, then you still want what's providing Wi-Fi to be somewhat close to the hardwired hookup.
Yeah, the thing that's providing Wi-Fi is connected via a landline cable, unless you have like satellite internet, but it still has to be connected in that sort of way.
Yeah. I probably would have also assumed that satellites were doing it before wires across the ocean too.
No, yeah, I mean it makes the most sense, but we're not, and I don't know why. I don't have a good reason as to why that's not the way it's being done.
So we can make colored maps like this.
Do what?
So we can make colored maps like the one you shared.
Yeah, you just highlight all the areas that are getting internet beamed directly to them. Ooh, this would be okay, I thought of it. All right, so we beam internet via satellite on the planet. Everyone has access. You can connect to that internet. It's not very fast. It's not very great. But if you want access to the landline connections, you got to pay. But then that would require governments to set up satellites and such, or Elon Musk to set up satellites up in space that can do that.
Yeah, that's the other thing is like how... So, the issue is that everyone who has satellite cable also has a dish on their fucking rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's just what we kind of regressed back to. We would see a lot more. I don't know if it's a regression, honestly. Just because it's something I'm used to seeing 10 years ago.
Say, I'm trying to get things to look as close to Fallout as I can before the end of the world.
But like, if we could, conceivably do that, that's what things would look like. You would have, like, Facebook would have its own dishes that it would have beaming out, so to make all their information accessible through satellite.
Yeah. Or they would have to be connected to a government infrastructure tower that can, beam 10,000 gigs a second or something like that. They would either need their own satellites or connected into a satellite that can take care of their load as well.
It's so trippy that, like, it's all light that's doing this.
Yeah.
It's just we're using light to that's what Wi-Fi is. It's just beaming invisible light, invisible, non-perceptible words.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's all magic to me, dude. I'm telling you, it's magic. I'm not gonna pretend I know.